Okay, so basically, we had already ate breakfast, and now we're about to go. I don't know where we're going.
Ok, ella no sabe para dónde vamos. Vamos para Whiteboard City. Whiteboard City. Aquí en Tampa. Para los que no saben, eso es donde se creó, donde se establecieron los cigarros aquí en Florida. Whiteboard City, vamos para allá, hay varias fábricas donde enrolan los cigarros en la misma mano allí, a mano. So, vamos a estar por allí. Aparte de eso, de estar por Ivor City, después vamos a llegar hasta Tampa. Hay un sistema de trolley que llega hasta el área de Tampa y eso es lo que estaremos haciendo en el día de hoy, explorando lo que es Ivor City, las diferentes fábricas y pequeñas tiendas de cigarros. So, nada, breve momento, pues estaremos allí en la parte de la ciudad de Ivor City. Ok, llegamos a Ivor City. Ahí está el reloj de JC Newman, la primera parada que vamos a hacer hoy. Nada, vamos a ver cómo nos va el día de hoy. Vamos caminando por allá. A ver lo que nos encontramos aquí. Donde se fundó la fábrica de cigarros. Por aquí una pequeña construcción. Sí. ¿Ah? Sí. Ya yo tiro una picture desde allá.
Over there. Because the sign is right there.
Ya. Vamos por aquí. Mira eso, qué lindo. Oh, wow, déjame enseñarle esta. Cigar Workers Park. Está bien nice esta aquí. Dice la dedicación. No quiero leerla, dan pausa. Y no te puedes sentar a fumarte un cigarro tranquilamente. Muy bonito el parque. Muy bonito. Claro. Está el reloj. Voy a enseñar esta área, tiene varias sillas. Dice cigar smoking only. ¿Viste esto, ve? Ve. ¿Ya lo que dice? Cigar smoking only. Me siento el paraíso aquí. Bueno, yo soy aficionado al cigarro, yo no lo había dicho en mi canal, pero soy aficionado al cigarro. Hace poco que empecé, pero sí. Vamos. Allá hay otro parking, la área de allá. A ver si queda música o algo aquí, porque tienen esto bien preparadito. Está bien bonito esta área aquí. Sentarse, fumarse su cigarro tranquilamente. La entrada principal, parece que la están reparando, pero la entrada principal le tienen, detrás del portón se ve que está sellado. Pero nada, mira una foto y eso, ya mismo volvemos. Estas son plantas de tabaco, Ya aquí ya florecida. Plantas de tabaco. Y huelen. Estoy buscando la entrada, porque la entrada principal a la tienen sellada. No sé si está en construcción o algo. Una construcción en el área del frente. Tal vez sea de ellos también.
Lo más probable.
Probable. Dice Sánchez Higher Real Estate. No, un real estate. Bonita la ciudad, nos tocó un buen weather. No está muy caliente hoy. Y vamos a entrar a un museo. Aquí vamos entrando. Señala aquí la entrada y más planta de tabaco. Y aquí está ahí.
Baby ones.
Ese sello, qué lindo el sello.
They're baby ones, you say? Yeah.
Estos son los humidificadores, ¿viste?
Nana said
Estas casas son humidificadores. Y eso es para vender. Esos son los precios. Que depende de la calidad y los materiales, que es el precio y la cantidad. Y esto también, mira, estos son travels. Esto es así. Los cortadores. Yo quisiera tener uno, pero no me lo llevo porque me lo quitan. Estos son cortador también. Sí, pues.
That was cool.
Ay, bonito.
They have cutters.
Ya, ahí no. Tiene un cigarro free.
Want to do the tour?
Estamos.
Okay.
Ujú.
Yeah. Okay.
Viendo un poco de la mercancía que tienen aquí ellos. Mercancía, souvenirs, tienen café. Mira, tienen café, ¿ve? ¿Ve? Café,
Oh.
salsa. Eso parece que es, no sé, sal o algo. Mira como la guardaban antes. Míralo aquí.
Oh, like,
Y tienen souvenirs también. Tienen sticker como magnético. Magnético, tarjetas. Así, esto es un cortador para el cigarro cuando lo hacen.
para acá. Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
El reloj, ¿viste el reloj? Siendo un poco de lo que dice. Bienvenido al reloj. Pueden dar pausa. El que quiera y le interese los cigarros. Es algo personal mío que me gustan mucho los cigarros. Se dice lo que hay en cada piso. Atienden. No. Este reloj. Esta es la historia del reloj. Esa es la historia. Todo que se ve. Hoy vamos a hacer el tour. Hoy vamos a hacer el tour. Vamos para hacer el tour porque quiero ir a la bóveda, el sótano, y es más explicado. So, va a estar interesante. la primera vez que estoy en una fábrica y por más decirla, una de las más antiguas aquí en el área del Tampa, JC Newman.
They're like little like skinny.
Están todos.
This one, John Carver was one of the best-selling wrinkle cigars in the Midwest. The box opener. It was as a promotional bottle opener. So that was like the first bottle. Pero mira, it's so skinny and small. Yeah, but that's
Eso es, oh, los de esos. Son los fósforos. Son los fósforos. Matches. Stanford J. Newman. Cigarros. Y aquí está ahí. Historia. Box of Sailing. Honor Stanford J. Newman presented cigar to Larry W. Son estrellas de béisbol en 1948. Está rey. Esto es historia. Lo que es el cigarro.
It was a small island. There was no fresh water. You also had these small little storms called hurricanes that come through every year and take down a factory or two. And so, for all these reasons, he's looking for a new place to set up shop. And he's going to stumble upon the little sleepy fishing village of Tampa. Now, Tampa is basically a backwater back in their late 1880s or mid 1880s. Their only industry is fishing. The only way they can connect to the rest of the country is because of the Henry Plant railroad system. And that's one of the reasons that the board's going to decide that Tampa is a good place. Another reason is it's not too far from Cuba still, Key West to Tampa. Nowadays it's like 8 hours, but back then by boat, not as far. And it had a deep water port. And he wanted to develop it into something where he could easily get things there via ship and offloading via, well, railroad. And the busiest ports in the country, all built from the cigar industry. So the cigar shops and factories would start setting up in Tampa in the late 1880s as a company town and grow Tampa from 700-800 people to over 100. How many of y'all from Florida or live in Florida? Okay, so yeah, you're gonna see things both from our brand, don't get me wrong, but also Tampa brands like Cava Tampas, like Optimos, like Royal Palms, Sanchez y Hayas, all of these legacy brands that we're now the last of, at least the ones operating out of Tampa. And so we've kind of taken it upon ourselves to be ambassadors to all the companies that came before us. But one of the coolest things that we do have in this archive is actually all the way in the back, and that is our building's one connection to the Tampa Mafia. Now that, yes, Tampa had a mafia, just like any other big city like Chicago or Philadelphia or New York. When there's a lot of money and a lot of industry, a lot of people, well, there's people that are be looking to extort that money and take that money, or maybe just offer some protection, we'll call it.
Las hojas de tabaco. Están secado las hojas de tabaco.
It scares me.
No sé por qué tienen miedo.
So we got everybody, which is probably the largest private collection of cigars in the entire
Cigarro. Entrando la boba del cigarro. Wow, mira eso. Ah, ¿qué tal? Pues, acuérdate que esta es la bóveda. Hay que mantenerlo. Yep. Ay, qué rico. Ah, tentadora. Wow.
Now, how this vault is laid out, y'all.
Si ustedes estuvieran aquí, tienen que ver acá. El olor
This is
es
all going to be
increíble aquí.
pre-embargo cigars. So pre-1962, using Cuban tobacco, among other
Oh, look at
tobaccos
these.
as well. But you'll see brands in here that some are defunct, like John Carver's, Student Prince's. But some of them are still certainly here today, like Decisions, Cuesta-Reyes, La Unicas, kind of everything in between. Now, when you also look back here, we have some of our modern blends down here as well. And this is so for us to kind of keep and make sure that when we do our test blends, we don't just throw away our work afterwards. But sometimes cigars, at the end of the day, they come out too bold, too smooth, too spicy. For whatever reason, we don't exactly want to put them out to market in the way they are. But 4 years of work, you don't just throw that away. So we keep them here in a physical archive as well. But some of the coolest cigars we have, as well as, I think, the rarest cigars, are over here. And these cigars, which so you have first edition Julius Caesars, Black Diamonds, Maximuses, Americans, everything in between. But we also have accessories down here. And some of the coolest accessories I think we ever made was this. It's the home run humidor. We made about 200 of these. Yes, it's the shape of the home plate. But the wood that they're using is MLB game bat wood. So bats were used in game, they shaved down to these planks. And it was also made to commemorate the creation, get it, of our Tampa smoker cigar, which is a baseball bat cigar. Yeah, right?
Oh, wow.
The garnish on the bottom gets a little bit wider towards the top.
That's cool.
And the Tampa Smokers, we didn't just choose that name at random. They were a minor league team here in Tampa up into the 1950s. And guess what? All of the players, they were all factory workers. So of course they called themselves the Smokers. And I will say, they had some of the first one is, as mentioned, players between the United States and Cuba. The first people to know that there was going to be an embargo was the U.S. government, but that was it. That's given. And the next group of people was the cigar industry, because that's where they're getting a lot of tobacco from. And they start buying up huge quantities of tobacco in an effort to kind of ride out.
Están montando un cuarto donde los añejan, si se puede decir en español añejar.
Follow us in.
Donde cuando ya está el tabaco hecho, aquí es donde
Spread out, y'all. I realize you have a little bit of a bigger group today.
esto es cuarto donde se añejan. Aquí los ponen antes de mandártelo.
Now, in here, we have about 140 to 160,000 cigars at any given time. They're all down here in the aging process. Let's say down here for 6 months to a year, allowing them to age and get those kind of more complex characteristics of a smoking cigar. Like people think about leather and sharpness and quality of a smoking cigar. And those are all flavors that only can come out during the aging process. If you smoke cigars fresh, you can still have a lot of them that already are of only and that's because that's fermented. And that's something like a chicken, but it's hot.
no han venido a ninguno de estos tours. Le gusta los tabacos, bueno venir y en la oportunidad. O sea, aquí en Tampa, en cualquier otro país que así los tours, como Costa Rica, República Dominicana, en varios sitios, Latinoamérica. Pero aquí en Tampa, bueno venir. Bueno, nos dirigimos hacia arriba nuevamente por las escaleras. Anda, yo para arriba. Nos vamos a seguir subiendo. Seguimos subiendo. Seguir subiendo. Voy a entrar a otro cuarto donde están las máquinas.
Now, this black and white photo is taken in 1905, and it is of the original J.C. Newman factory in Cleveland, Ohio. There's two details I always like pointing out about this photo. One is J.C. Newman, right in the center. We didn't have all these massive factories like we have today.
Yeah, there you go. Smells good.
Anything like that. And they're packed with two main types of cigars. They're packed with products and jacks. If you notice the really sweet smelling thing in here, those are the bitter jacks. is in each bag the cigars are placed in, and tobacco has kind of this neat trick where it'll absorb any smell around it, which can also be a good and bad thing. It makes renovating a cigar factory a real headache after finding scentless chemicals in literally everything. But these cigars are going to be machine-made cigars. What that means is, well, one, is machines to make those cigars, and two, they're using something called short filler tobacco, which is tobacco that's been ground down to, well, short little pieces, which
Esa es la caja. Y ahora vamos para el área de la producción. Este piso de la producción es por máquina. Me está explicando. Un poco ruidoso, él dijo. El tabaco ahí. Imagino que es el filler. Y aquí está la carta de producción. Aquí está la máquina. Espero que se escuche bien. Están llenas de tabaco. Este piso, como él dijo, pues es área de producción por máquina. Pues el valor de este tabaco es mucho menos. Pues no es hecho a mano. Ellos tienen otro piso que es hecho a mano. Tipo de él dijo, lo hacen a mano. Totalmente más caro. La calidad. No es lo mismo un tabaco hecho a mano que un
now, so each one of them can make about 4,000 cigars a day.
que se haya pasado hasta 4,000 tabacos en el día.
The short filler I was mentioning earlier, ground up piece of tobacco, right here,
La llenan.
on both sides, and rolled up to what's called homogenized tobacco.
Esta área, el
They
tabaco,
roll around like brown paper right there.
se está con el papel.
All tobacco, fresh tobacco is pressed into a paper-like substance. It doesn't always
Se uso final, mira aquí, a manos de ella.
a little bit of glue is applied. And I promise you, it's not elephant glue, I promise. It is actually potato starch glue. Just potato starch mixed with oil and water.
Esa pega, pero no es fácil pega cualquiera, una pega que es de racha, 6 y 3 de fuerza. Creo que es una pega de más.
Like it's rolled up. And then the cigar gets packed. These are finished cigars at the very end. But some of the cigars, they'll come out kind of imperfectly, right, y'all? You get these imperfect cigars. Now, if you don't lose these cigars, you send them upstairs and they get re-shredded down. That's with short filler. So we don't lose them at the end of the day. But it does allow me. That center stem is very woody, it doesn't burn very well, you don't want to get mixed in with the rest of your filler. And so these machines will take that center stem right out. Now I don't know if y'all noticed, but the machines we were just looking at out there were all numbered, right? There's little number plates in the very top, like 17, 23. Now, the interesting code behind that is that if it's an odd numbered machine, it's a left-handed machine. There's a even-numbered machine, it's a right-handed machine. But I'm not referring to the operator, I'm referring to the leaf itself. Because when you cut those in half, only one side has a very nice look to it. That has a nice deepened color, not very pronounced fades, versus the other side, kind of splotchy, doesn't look the best. When we cut out that center stem, of course, these two sides are mirrored. And you cannot roll in the same way. If you did, you get one nice looking cigar and one not so nice looking cigar. And so they'll separate the leaves out into a left-handed leaf and a right-handed leaf. You can see these machines do just all by themselves. And you can probably tell that these machines are absolute workhorses. They were built in 1910. So they're some of the oldest machines in our entire factory. They still work, still producing our
Máquina hecha en 1910, siguen trabajando.
still do use them. We sell them to local gardeners and farmers as tobacco dust, which they fertilize or hand pesticide. Make it just like that. They're very forgiving. It's all got no. I don't know if you know me or something. That's one. Like, something like that.
Estas máquinas son del 1930. Se puede escuchar bastante bien. Ay, sí.
Original building from 1910. It was built a few months after our cigar factory was built. It was built to house the cigar factory workers.
Se me
And so what we've
perdió.
done, we wanted to
Se me
renovate it
perdió.
kind of back to what it was in 1910. The top floor is going to be a new boutique inn with 11 rooms, and the bottom floor is going to be half a cigar lounge called Stanford's, and the other half is going to be called Elaine's, named after Stanford Newman and Elaine Newman. They were husband and wife, and well, your mother and father. Stanford, not Elaine. I'll say that. It was out of order. But yeah, but also here's Eric Newman, one of the owners and operators of the company. But I don't know if you want to say a few words, but floor is yours if you wish.
I was listening. Welcome everybody. You have a big crowd here.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Mucho,
If you go shop on, I think.
We appreciate everybody being down here. Tampa one time had 150 cigar factories. This one was left. In fact, my grandfather started 1895 with 42,000 licensed cigar manufacturers. He was born in Austria-Hungary in 1875. Comes to America with his four brothers, two sisters, starting from Austria, and settles in Cleveland. Come over to this country, like all of our relatives did, your relatives, search the American dream. Settled in Cleveland, he was 13 years old. His brothers became tailors. That's what immigrants said they make clothes. He didn't want to make clothes, so his mother paid a cigar maker $3 a month. He just said how to make cigars. Came to an apprentice in 1890. Did business for himself when he was 20 and 18. And then 1895. When he started, there was 42,000 licensed cigar manufacturers in the United States. 42,000. Because you had to pay excise tax, you had to be licensed. That hasn't changed. Here we are, we're still paying excise tax. There was 42,000 cigar manufacturers around 1895. We the only one left. That's going not by the ground in his family. My son, there was fourth generation. He's kind of running the company of sorts. I handed him the baton. I have my phone with you. I'm at it. His idea to purchase this boarding house across the street. We had 2 hurricanes here last year. I was hoping to blow it down. It was awful. I just wanted the property. But it has some of the first rebar in Florida, so unfortunately, it's some of the test of time. It did not flow down. We got the place. It's going to be open by the end of the year. As Colin was saying, it used to be a hotel, second floor, a restaurant, and a bar on the first floor, and a grocery store. And it was a brothel. We'll bring it back to its original purpose. Yeah, nice way to go. That's nice. Say that. We appreciate it. Be there. So it's a checkered history. During the Great Depression, they had bootleggers here, prohibition, mafia would hang out there, a lot of shootouts there. It's pretty much a dangerous place, but it won't be dangerous anymore. So, let's come back and check it out. So, right, we're thrilled you're here. We've my son and I want to turn ourselves into a tourist attraction. Well, our business isn't doing tours. Just making cigars, shipping cigars. We said, Dad, we should try this. So now we're getting 4 tours a day. TripAdvisor has listed Tampa's most popular museum, head of the zoo, head of the aquarium, head of the art museum. And most people came right in cigar smoking, which I wish they were. And just people want to walk back in time to see what made Tampa special. So all these cigar machines back there, my grandfather bought them in the 1830s as a labor saving device. And there's nothing made in this country, same machine that was made 100 years ago, because there's been modernization, computer technology. Just gave an interview last year at the Tampa Bay Times telling about our machines that we're using. So we're using replica machines. Those are the same machines my grandfather had in 1930. And upstairs,
Not yet, let's go.
people make cigars by hand the same way my grandfather made them in 1890, 1895. There's nothing you get made in this country for getting cigars, anything, clothing, whatever. It's made the same way it's made in the 1800s because there's been modernization. There's been machines. When you see something upstairs that's done the same way it was back in the 1890s, that has really changed. We have cigar rolling classes here once a day. We have cigar tasting classes, but it is like walking back in time. That's my son's idea. We have a big factory in Nicaragua, make 100,000 cigars a day, make a brick house, pearl or it's a pain in the butt to make handmade cigars here. It's later daytime footage in Nicaragua, and it's just hard to train people. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I was against making handmade cigars here because if I do this tomorrow, my son found a way to make it work. We just finished the celebration of American 250, where the American 250's company cigars. We have the American here, which is international, the only American, all American cigar. We make them out here and been very popular. Not a good business model. We would make 1,000 cigars a day. It's not really real business. After they made, they go down there, really go follow them downstairs to the age breeder. I love that aroma. You smell the aroma of the tobacco. We don't spray anything on it. I'm hoping we're able to get a sense of the, say a whiff of the aroma, but it's almost like aging wine. Down there, I'd say lost art. But again, if it's easier, but you can do it. That would mean we wouldn't be doing it. But every generation has their own set of ideas. My brother and I had our ideas. We came to business 50 years ago. My father had ideas. We came to business 1930s. The difference is my grandfather did not listen to my father. My father kind of listened to my brother and me. And we certainly listened to my son. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing tours. We wouldn't be here. We sure as heck wouldn't be trying to renovate an old boarding house. We know a lot about making cigars. We can have a diddly squat about run a hotel. Restaurant. We're learning. He's learning. I'm not learning. Anyway, try to get up there once a day just to see how we're doing up there and get some questions for our employees. And we're glad you were able to join us all back in time. It's been a great tour. Hope so.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Should we keep them?
Yeah, yes, yes.
For another week. Another week. Thank you, and thank you.
All right, thank you.
Great question, Ray. These are partners with Puente for 40 years. So we asked earlier, what is his favorite cigar? He says, how can I take them from my children? That's a good, they make a diamond crown for us, which is probably see, we have cigars every month. Our diamond crown, and the cigars upstairs, they retail for $1. Cigars we see and make on our machine, $3. Yeah, but it's the $3 cigar isn't much. It's the same, but we have market every budget. The cigar is expensive for what they are, but we make our own warehouse in Green Lake, Alaska, started build silent restaurants. But for that one, on the line, even upstairs, you see cigars being made by hand. It was hard for us as we started about 5 years ago. Our cigars were so tight and raw. There's nothing worse than paying 20 hours for cigars in the end. And people said, "What do you think about Cuban cigars?" Say, there was a famous famous line. And he said, "Life is like you never know what you're going to get. Cuban cigars, you get a box of Cuban cigars, one box. First cigar made the best cigar you ever smoked. Next cigar you can't even explore because there's no interest in the communist system of making something better. But those are Cubans. First cigars they made for us were too tight. He must have got it made in Cuba more tobacco, we made more tobacco than cigar money. But now we toned down, got a diet, didn't make very cigars up there. And talk about rollers. After you speak English, everybody speaks Spanish, you all speak Spanish. You talk to them. Very nice. Don't make about 100 cigars a day, which is not good. This is my leader, but it's the United States. So we're happy they're here. I'm happy you're here. Happy you're here.
Right.
Happy to see you.
Where are you from?
We are from Lorraine, 30 minutes away from Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah.
my friend had a factory in
Yeah.
Right. He had a factory in it's downstairs in the museum. He had a cigar Akron, Bedford, and Canada's factories there. Marion, Ohio.
Okay.
We see downstairs in 1960, President of the Chamber of Commerce in Marion, Ohio, came my grandfather said, "We need jobs in Marion. It's about 45 minutes from Cleveland. We'll build your factory. Just hire the local people to do the jobs." We built the picture factories in the museum. My grandfather opened up a factory for a few years in Marion. The fellow came to see him. Yeah, the chief was a guy named Warren Hardy. Then became President of the United States. Back my grandfather used to visit President Hardy in the White House. Not because they were that good friends. President Hardy made him get pretty cigars. That would never have to change. So it's been mentioned close to the factory, but we have a lot of affinity with Cleveland. I've been born in Cleveland. Been an Indians fan all my life.
Nice.
But it's been a struggle. Last time the Indians 6 months old. Black spell. Same with the prime, my Cleveland Brown. Never. They never did this. But anyway, more stories, more stories.
Thank you. Bueno, fue tremenda experiencia conocer a Newman. Estaba en el piso. Dice que él viene todos los días. Por lo menos una vez al día viene. Da con el empleado. Se relaciona con los empleados. Y es una experiencia única. Están esperando el del tour. Estamos en otra sala, que es donde se enrolan los cigarros a mano. A mano. La información la puede dar.
I'll say that, actually, before I even start that, all of these cigars, they're being rolled in an Ybor City style, which means that one person rolls the entire cigar. That's not true everywhere in the world, but here it is. And how they actually make those cigars happens in two halves of a process. The first half is called bunching, and bunching is getting down the recipe and construction of the cigar. What that means is, you see how these rollers have all these different types of leaves around them. Some are going to be dark and oily and spicy and flavorful, versus others are going to be lighter and not have as much flavor to them, but you need those balanced out because a dark, oily leaf does not burn very well. You need a lighter leaf that burns a lot more evenly to allow the entire cigar to burn very evenly. It's kind of like when you're actually making a recipe like chili. You don't want to dump the whole bottle of cayenne in. But you want to have a little bit of cayenne and then some salt around it because that elevates everything else around it. But you need that cayenne, you need that black pepper, you need that basil, the oregano, et cetera, to get a nice, consistent flavor each and every single time. And then in the construction aspect, you want to make sure that, and this is something that actually Eric was mentioning downstairs, that you don't roll the cigar too tightly. If you roll it too tightly with too much tobacco, then again, you can't smoke it at the end of the day. You can't pull air through, and that's a done of a cigar. But you also don't want the opposite problem, which is not enough tobacco, meaning that too much air is pulled through and actually chars the tobacco and leaves a very bitter, acrid taste in your mouth. So again, all of this process is about balance. It's about making sure it's not too tight, not too loose, and you have all the balance between all the different types of leaves that you're using in that process to make a very consistent product out of a very inconsistent leaf.
Diferente. Sí, para mantenerlo. Hola, distinto. Bueno, salimos ya de la fábrica de aquí, JC Newman. Tuvimos la experiencia de conocer en persona el gran nieto, se le diría, ¿verdad? Porque era el tatarabuelo de él fue quien fundó la fábrica, pero el nieto, vamos a decir que el nieto estaba aquí. Por supuesto, el hijo, él dijo que era el que está al frente de la compañía, pero fue una experiencia única. Vean el video, pues este video va a salir solamente de JC Newman, la fábrica de tabaco, para que vean lo emocionante que es esto aquí. Muy bueno, muy bonito, una experiencia única. El lugar está bien bonito. Nada, suscríbase, dele like, compártalo y síganos para más videos, que todavía esto continúa.